It's time for the big basic blend breakdown. That's coming right up. Hi there, welcome to Nonsense Whisky. My name's VinPF, and if this is your first time on the channel, do consider subscribing. I put out content just like this, as well as the reviews every Thursday. This time we've got a very special episode, which is 5 drams, all from the relatively bottom shelf, basic blended supermarket whiskies. Christmas is just around the corner, these things start selling like hotcakes. Let's find out what all the fuss is about, and more importantly, let's find out which of these 5 is best. First of all, let's go through them quickly. First up, we have Bell's Blended Scotch Whisky. Bell's, of course, is a Diageo brand. We've got 3 Diageo brands this time round, as well as one from the Edgerton Group and Beam Suntory right at the end, but we'll go through them in a moment. Second Diageo one is the Red Label, Johnnie Walker. Recently covered that on the channel. I won't be going too much in depth with this one today, or any of them to be fair, but if you want to see the review of that, please feel free to click around and have a look. Next up, the famous Grouse, Edgerton Group. I actually have another bottle of this tucked away here that I haven't opened. The famous Vincent, if you ever wondered if I was a Vincent or not. Ting, ting, ting. Fifth, and the final Diageo of the day, is the B Rare. Why not? A little wee bottle of it. And last, but maybe not least, the Teacher's Highland Cream. High in peated malt. Why not? Okay, so I'm going to go through these, give them a little snifter, give them a little taste, and then I'm going to rank them for my own views. Let's see what we get. I'm going to start this side, finish with a peated one. I think that's probably the sensible thing to do, isn't it? Obviously, it goes without saying, these are all 40%. They're all, you know, coloured, chill filtered, all that sort of stuff. And I can almost guarantee you'll be able to get these for less than £20 in UK supermarkets. I'll wager these are on shelves everywhere in the world. These are definitely brands you're going to know about. Whether they're worth picking up or not, let's find out. So first up, let's go for Bell's. As I said before, this is a Diageo brand, and its sort of principal whiskey is the Blair Athol. It's got plenty of other stuff. All of these have got like heavily blended, maybe 30 or so different malts in them. Okay. As you'd expect, caramels. Maybe a little bit of citrusy. It's not a bad nose, to be fair. Let's have a smell of the old Johnnie Walker. I've got some coffee here just in case I feel like I need to fresh. In fact, why not do that now? Next up, Johnnie Walker Red Label, Diageo. They keep the under wraps of what's in it. Check out my review, see what I thought about it in depth. And for me, it's a little cleaner than the last, but therefore a little bit more boring, I think. None of that citrusy. Famous Grouse, Edgerton Group. So this will have things like Highland Park and Macallan in it. That's a bit of a weird smell. Well, initially it's quite musty, actually. Yeah, it smells a little bit like old books. It's not bad, it's quite inviting in a kind of strange way. Quite astringent though, I think. That's definitely not the best nose so far. I think in order of preference of nose, I'm going to say Bell's, Grouse, Red Label. Onto the B Rare Diageo. This one is made up of Knockandu, Othroysk, plus others. This has kind of got that musty smell as well, but a touch more fruit in it. Fruitiness anyway, citrusy, that kind of thing. Only a touch. Probably smells a little bit better than the Grouse. And finally, Teacher's Highland Cream. This is a Beam Suntory. Principally, this will be an Ardmore as well. So again, mixed with loads of stuff, but the main component is Ardmore. And in fact, most of Ardmore goes into making this. Not much peat on the nose. In fact, I'm having trouble picking it out at all. Let's have a little... Might need to change my coffee beans soon. Yeah, not really. Fresh and it's nice. Nice fresh nose. Okay, let's start again and do the tasting, and I'll place these as I go, along with nose and taste. Oh, yeah, quite astringent, quite caramelly, not very sweet. Okay, we'll put that as the middle for now. Just remember where everything goes. Bell's there. Next up, Johnnie Walker Red Label. Well, for me, I find it quite boring. I said that in my review. It's not bad. I mean, it's drinkable for sure, but it's definitely meant as a mixer's whiskey. I'm not sure the rest of them really are. Although, you know, feel free to mix them as you still see fit. But I think this is leaning more towards that. Yeah, it's kind of boring. So for me, I think that's less than the bells. I'm going to move these around as well so that we don't forget what's what. Even if it does look a little bit muddled now. All right. Famous Grouse. Now, most of these I haven't tried in years. I tried this one the other day and I was quite surprised about how much I liked it. Might be a bit of a prelude to this, but the rest of them, apart from the Red Label, I genuinely haven't tried for years, and it's really nice to revisit this sort of thing. Yeah, interesting fresh nose. Not fresh really, musty like I said. It's got a lot of back flavour on the tongue as it goes down, but it's quite astringent. It's not really that smooth. For me, I think this goes behind the bells. Didn't think I was going to say that, I'll be honest, when I started this. I thought because I tried it the other day that I'd be well into the famous Grouse again. That's the way these things go. J&B again. Okay, this one's a really interesting one because it is a different colour to the rest of them. The rest of them always, you know, they seem to be on a par with each other. This one's a little bit lighter, so they've gone easy on the caramel, you know. I quite like the nose. There's a little bit more flavour on the tongue. It's a pretty clean and relatively boring taste, and the finish is a little sour, I find. It's okay. I'm just going to try this Bells again and see if I think that's better or worse. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think this slots in behind the Bells. Whoa, some shock stuff going on already. I'm not sure how this would have gone if I'd have done this blind, but never mind. And finally, the Teacher's Highland Cream. High in peat, so it says. High in peated malts. We'll see, we'll see. I'm not sure about high, but... Yeah, it's definitely not the peatiest thing I've tried. It's definitely there, a bit more tingle to it. You know what? Out of all these 5, I think this one's the most interesting. It's got that added little bit of extra freshness to it. Definitely more citrus than the rest. And then of course, that little bit of extra peat, which I think makes it probably my favourite of the day. I'll take it back, definitely my favourite of the day, no probablys about it. Just to recap then, so my number one out of these 5 was the Teacher's Highland Cream. Nice. Next up was the Bells. That surprised me actually. I brought myself up on whiskey with Bells and Famous Grouse, and I thought those days were done, and I thought I didn't like it anymore, but there you go. Next up was one that I genuinely never had before. Quite surprised by that. Picked that up in an airport. Wasn't sure, just thought, you know, why not? It's there's nothing else worth getting, so I'll get that. Came middle ground. Another surprise, the Famous Grouse. Again, thought I was done with those days, but you know, it came 4th out of 5th, but by no means not undrinkable. You know, for the sake of a couple of quid, you know, like I say, these are all less than £20, some even lower than that, 15, 14, 13 sort of English pounds. So really, and what? You know, I tried the 16-year-old version of this fairly recently, which is something like £60, and for the price difference, it was nice for sure. Nicer, I wouldn't say it was nicer than this, but not like triple, quadruple the price nicer. Whatever. And last but definitely least, the Johnnie Walker Red Label. Definitely drinkable. Ultimately nothing wrong with it. Compare all of these to the Fujikai 10-year-old that I tried fairly recently, and any of these win out any day. I would take any of these to a desert island with me rather than that Fujikai again. But it didn't win today. It came last out of these. Probably outclassed. This is dirt cheap, mixers whiskey. But you know, that's the way these things go. One final time, Teachers, Bells, J&B Rare, Famous Grouse, Johnnie Walker Red Label. Well, thanks for joining me for that very brief overview on some basic blended breakdown that you can get on supermarkets all over the world this Christmas. If you get one of these for Christmas from for a friend who knows you like whiskey, don't turn your nose up at it, give it a go, especially if you haven't tried it in years. Why not? Keep these things on the shelf, because you never know when someone's going to come round who just wants to be pointed in the right direction. Thanks again for joining me for another Nonsense Whisky video. Please kick around for more videos just like this, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content just like this and reviews every Thursday. Thank you.